In this video, we are going to test our Catalog API microservices orchestrated with Docker Compose, including integration with PostgreSQL database. Docker Compose provides an efficient way to run multi-container applications. Our focus will be to ensure that our Catalog API microservice interacts seamlessly with PostgreSQL database in a Dockerized setup. How we can run these Docker Compose in our application? We have two ways. The first way is we can run Docker Compose apt command manually. If you don't want to use Visual Studio tooling, you can right click the Docker Compose and open in terminal and start the PowerShell, and you can run that Docker Compose apt command with providing Docker Compose YAML and override YAML file. This is the way one. What is the way two? Way two is using the Docker tooling on Visual Studio. Visual Studio has a great support for Docker and Docker Compose, that we can right click Docker Compose and set a startup project, and we can run this application in Docker Compose running profile, and we can debug all the application and containers in the Docker Compose with using Visual Studio tooling. This is one of the powerful features that we can debug inside of the Docker containers. So I'm going to following this step and click this button. That means this will be run the Docker Compose apt command in behind of the scenes, and after that this will be activate all microservices and containers inside of the Docker Compose, that you can see the catalog and container window in Visual Studio tooling. This is starting our Catalog API at 6060 port, which is a Docker network, and you can see the CatalogDB also running on our application. Let's open the Docker desktop. That means we will verify the containers from the Docker desktop. That you can see that Docker Compose now two containers, one for the Catalog API and another for the CatalogDB. If you click the Catalog API, you can see the logs listed on the Docker desktop, and here you can see that Martin applies the migration. You can see the applying the initial data Catalog API and using the catalog initial data. So this is the logs that we can verify the migration, and we have seen all the containers are running successfully. Now we can perform the health check for Catalog API. For that purpose, please open the Postman and go to the health checks, and this time catalog URL should be changed. The environment is changed. For that purpose, I'm going to change the environment localhost to Docker, and you can see that our catalog URL has changed to 6060, and I'm going to send HTTP GET request to health endpoint and see that the status is healthy. That means these microservices connected to PostgreSQL successfully. So now we will use Postman for testing various API endpoints. Let's start by fetching a list of the products. For that purpose, open the HTTP GET method for GET products endpoint, and this is the providing the page number and page size. Click the HTTP send method. See that this is also put to breakpoint, and we can debug Docker Compose inside of the container, and this is very powerful feature that we can debug this container and get a response. You can see the 5 products retrieved from the database and return back to our API result. So we can continue and confirm that the second page should be come with 2 product item we have confirmed in the last videos. Yes, you can see that we have also see 2 products listed in the second page. So the next thing we can do is post operation. We can use HTTP post products in order to create a new product. So I am going to add a new product, which will be the test prod Docker product, and click the send button, and this will be hit our create product endpoint, and if I put to F5, this will be trigger validator, and after that actual handle class. Of course, before that we have validation behavior, and now you can see that this is going to create a new product into our database and fully Docker environment, and the new product ID is in here. So Visual Studio allows us to debug our services running in Docker. Let me open the Docker desktop and see how logs are configured in the Catalog API when performing HTTP GET and POST operation. Here you can see that we are adding log information when starting and adding this HTTP GET products query, and here you can see the create product command, which including the new JSON object for the new product. So we can confirm that our operations are logged successfully, and you can also verify newly created product from the PG admin if you connect to CatalogDB and run this select script. You can see that this time we have 8 product into our database. As you can see that we have successfully performed Docker Compose operation and we have run several HTTP GET and POST requests. Let me quickly test these HTTP put and delete operations. Copy this newly created ID and open the HTTP put request and change the ID information, and I am going to update it for Docker. Change the name and hit the send button. This will be also put our breakpoint, and I hit the F5 to run the validators and run the actual handle method, and after that this will be update the existing product, and here you can see the response is success. You can verify this operation from the database, and in here if you run again this script you can see that the value is updated, which is the updated for Docker. So if you continue to delete operation, or before that you can also verify with the get products by ID. This API also working fine. If you change the ID information and send request, this will be hit the get product by ID endpoint and query handler and respond back the newly updated product for us. So now I'm going to delete this product, and if you change the product ID on the HTTP delete operation and send the HTTP delete, this will be delete this product into our database. You can hit F5 to perform delete operation, and delete also is success. You can open the PG admin, and now if you refresh this script you can see that now we will have only 7 items in PostgreSQL database. So that means we have completed the deployment to Docker Compose all catalog microservices with database, and next section we will focus on the basket microservices.